Hello everybody, Petrus Lembers here, and in this first video I'll be talking about the Chelsea versus the Crystal Palace match. It was obviously a 3-0 goal match. Chalobah's goal was very beautiful. You know, it was from outside of the box. You can see that even though he's very young, that he has the confidence to be able to do that. It reminds me of the Reece James goal against, who was it? Was it West Brom? It was the one that, you know, where we were like 3-0 down and we came back. So it was very beautiful. And of course, you can clearly see from the match that that goal for him is for his mum. And so it really means a lot. And I think for us fans to be able to see the academy player, to be able to get from the academy to the starting lineup, especially when he played in the Super Cup, it was very fantastic. And so to be able to have the trust of the coach to perform into the first match of the new season was very exceptional. For the Alonso's goal, the first goal, Alonso is a player that's able to produce those kind of goals from those kind of free kicks, from those kind of positions, and for him to perform just highlights why we need him in our squad. Pulisic's second goal was a bit messy. Werner could have scored that goal, but Pulisic put it in back of the net, and that's what matters. I think that match we were very dominant, and that's very important, such that we were able to demonstrate to the rest of the league just how powerful, how strong, how much in depth our squad is, such that we should be the ones that are, you know, to be feared, not for us to be fearing other teams. And moving on to the second match, Chelsea versus the Arsenal match. Lukaku obviously playing his first match for Chelsea since that disappointing penalty in the UEFA Super Cup in 2013. I still can't believe that we actually still lost that match, because honestly, after Hazard scored that goal, I think we should have won that. Even Mourinho said that the best team lost, and without a doubt, you know, that Chelsea team should have won it. But Lukaku was exceptional. He demonstrated an all-rounder striker performance. He was able to bully Mari during the matches, especially for that first goal, which he just completely dropped him onto the ground, and of course get into the box and then shoot it completely into the goal, which is a basic but not very easy thing to do. Otherwise Werner would have done it. And then moving on to Reece James. James's positioning made it look like as if the Chelsea match against Arsenal was a 12-man Chelsea versus a 10-man Arsenal. A lot of people will also be saying that as well. For me, I think that the speed and the intelligence of the Chelsea players, in terms of that, really, it's what made them be seen as a team that played with 12 man, and obviously the Arsenal playing with 10. The next one is obviously about the link up of the Lukaku, Mason and Kai. I think it was very great to have those three in the front three, because Mount was able to distribute the ball, starting obviously with Jorginho, and then Lukaku is also there to be able to play not just how Werner plays the match, but also how Giroud plays the match, but also with the technical and experience that he had when he was in Italy. It was obviously feasible for him to help in any way or form, whether it's even deep in the defense or whether it's obviously in the final third, which is also what Kai exceptionally did as well. Because I think, well, I don't know whether Kante was playing or not, I can't remember very well, but one thing that was very clear was that Kai was able to perform what Kante would have done if he had played, Mason obviously was kind of disappearing apart from the final third. And then, like I said, Lukaku, I still can't understand how he still only scored one goal in that match. We could have gotten 6, 7 goals. Even the commentator, who was it? Keane, said about it as well. But the key thing is getting the 3 points. Yet, in my opinion, I think that when you talk about obviously the teams that are fighting for the title this season, which is Man City, Arsenal, just kidding, of course not Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Leicester could be, never know, but they obviously lost against West Ham, and that means you shouldn't discount West Ham as well. Tottenham, which made a very good start with their new manager Nuno, and you know what this means is that it is very, very possible that the matches that they play would need to, they would need to make sure that they score as much goals as possible, as the one who wins the title could be decided on the goal difference. So that's obviously another key thing to consider. And then the final one obviously is about the UEFA Champions League draw. Chelsea obviously had Juventus in 2012, where Oscar scored 2 amazing goals. One of them was amazing actually, but it turned out into a draw. And of course, as a Chelsea fan, I do not want to see exactly what happened in 2012-2013 season of the Champions League, for Chelsea being crashing out from the group stage as a Champions League holder to happen again. I don't think any Chelsea fan would want it as well. So hopefully, we can get through the group stage very, very comfortably, and with the squad depth that we have and the teams that are present in the group, I think it's very, very feasible. I don't think it's what I think it should be like obvious that we should be getting into the last 16, because like I said, there's Juventus in there. Ronaldo might be moving to Man U or not. It's still not the same team that went into the final for 2 seasons. I don't remember. I think it was 2016 and something else. No, 2016 was Atletico, isn't it? It was definitely 2017, around that time. So it highlights very, very clearly that, we should be not only just getting through the last 16, we should also be finishing top of the group with 4 points, because I think in terms of prize money as well, you get more cash because you win the matches from the group stage onwards. And then the other team, Zenit and Malmo, the biggest challenge for both of them is the traveling, especially Zenit, because it's in Russia. And why I say it's really one of the most challenging thing for Chelsea is that no matter how big the squad depth is, a lot of the players from the starting 11 would obviously going to have to play also in the Premier League. That's in between the Champions League matches. It will be also the Carabao Cup. FA Cup starts in January, so that's don't need to be thinking a lot too much. But the key thing is that when it comes to the World Cup, Club World Cup, to be more precise, in December, it's going to be much more difficult. And then of course you cannot ever mistakenly think that that we will be free from injury for the rest of the season. You have to be prepared that a player can get injured. We have already seen so far on this season that Kante could be injury prone, so Chelsea definitely need to make sure that they look after him. And then when I look about the other Champions League draws of other groups, Man City versus PSG, definitely going to be very, very big. Hopefully, because they've got RB Leipzig, which is a very phenomenal team as well. Hopefully one of those 3 can make, obviously, which is going to be obvious that one of them is going to be knocked out. Hopefully it's either Man City or PSG. But at the same time, of course, if Chelsea is going to win the Premier League title, I think it's key for Man City to obviously be remaining in the Champions League still. But then again, I don't know if they want to win the Europa League. And then the other one is the Bayern versus the Barca in another group, which is giving a reminiscent of the 8-2. And obviously I've seen in Twitter of people making fun of of Barcelona, because it's even worse because they don't even have Messi anymore, such that it's much more of a concern for Barcelona. They're also in debt, so it's very, very terrible. And then of course I think we should be thankful for Ivanovic and Essien for the draws, for participating into the draws, for being able to make those decisions of picking which balls, and of course as a result helping Chelsea to have a very, very nice group. For me, I honestly picked Chelsea with, I think it was AC Milan, and then it was PSG, and then I can't remember who was the other one. Yeah, I can't remember the other one, but it was very, very tough draw, and the plan was to, get rid of two Titans exactly from the group stage. But then again, I might probably regret that if that were to happen, because we saw with the Euros what happens when you play in the group of death. The difference is that in Euros there can be 3 teams that can go through to the last 16, whereas for the Champions League it's very, very clear that it's going to be only just the top 2, and that's why it's very, very important to be grateful for the teams that are in your group. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.